Well, hello, everyone. We are live on High Vibes Up as guest hosts for Kid and Candy here on April 26th, 2023. We welcome you all. Come join us. Let's have some fun and let's share some amazing collaborations. All right. Hello, Diane. Welcome.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Good to see you.
It's nice to see you too. You're looking lovely as always. I got my,
Thank you. I try.
pigtails going.
You look very cute. I love the glasses. Awesome color.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we've got, let's see what happens today. Let's see what we have coming forward as our downloads and see, do we have people joining us? Our beautiful audience, High Vibes Up family.
They're coming in slowly. So let's just, do some updates possibly.
Do you want to go ahead?
We're waiting for more people to come in. That'd be awesome.
So let's go.
Yeah.
You want to start with updates with kids' health?
Oh, yeah. Basically he's getting stronger every week, and he's got his good days, his bad days. He's doing real well. I did speak with Candy this morning, and he's having a fairly good day today. So we just keep sending him those high vibes. Everyone I know that's watching this is very interested in his healing, and anyone that may not be interested in his healing, probably shouldn't be watching. So basically, he's doing really well, and we are keeping him sequestered. So he is going to be doing his own thing on his own time, his own way, just like he always does. And we love him for that. And we praise him for that, to not be attached to anything or anyone. So he is free to be himself.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Yes. I think we're all in our own presence, in our own ways, in our own powers, right? And we come with that alignment. And what we forget is in the madness and the chaos of each and every day of our lives, we forget to connect to our inner beings, our inner selves, to center that, to balance that, to hold that space, not just for everybody else, but also for ourselves too. And, with there's so many elements in the mix of each of our days today. And it seems to get intense. And with that, it's how do we collaborate in with the new? And I was sitting and I was just trying to make some notes as I was sitting to connect with my inner being. And it's always good to kind of do your daily notes, because it really helps you to find and ground what you're feeling, how you're feeling, what is it that you need, and what is your inner being asking for? What's your body asking for? What's your mind asking for? And because everything is connected, we're not separate from what we have with the bodies, right? We are the oneness in the physical and the non-physical, connected to everything and everything, right? So it's that collaboration. It's in the madness. How do we collaborate the newness of each day with the new energies? How do we collaborate a new life together? How do we keep our vibrations high? How do we stay positive in that mindset? How do we find hope? How do we uplift each other when we come together in that positivity? And I just wanted to say, whatever was flowing it's just having the power within, or recognizing that as soon as you close your eyes, you connect to your inner being. That's why we close our eyes, because that inner being connection is so strong. It's when you kiss, you close your eyes, it's because your connection is strong.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you feel the power of that closing your eyes and the inner connection.
Mm-hmm.
It's about creating your abundant, beautiful life filled with laughter and joy. It's about how do we condition and unlearn what we've already known through our lives to the new ways of living, to the new ways of finding our footing into the new worlds that are coming up ahead of us. And how do we kind of recalibrate that? How do we find that moment where we can sit with ourselves in our own company, in our own vibrations, and feel the love for ourselves? And I feel that's what's opening up today in the conversations. And, I would like all our audience, the participants and listeners to tune into that, because we are all connected. We are all here sharing powerful messages. They may be just simple, but they're little reminders to our soul that it's okay. We're going to get through this. We're here holding space for each other, right? And it's uplifting each other, just knowing that we're here.
Mm-hmm. It's that spark that some people say, the spark that could possibly turn into a flame. No, it's the spark that does turn into a flame. And that's the spark that each and every one of us carries inside every day. And for whatever reason, we forget to access that. Take pride in who we are and who we are a part of, the isness, the I am that I am. Just saying that takes the power right off the plate of anything that would want to control you. Removes it forevermore, forever. The divine creator is, the great spirit, as Native American Indians would say, or divine great spirit, or mother earth, father in the sky. You can call it whatever you choose. It's divine love of all things, for all times. And the confusion that is out there, that's being purposeful, that's being calculated, that is being spewed forth constantly, is designed to damper your frequency. It's designed to control your new thought patterns onto something other than what's in your soul. This is what we're doing right now. It is time for our souls to snap out of it. Accept that you have one. No more fears. No more threats. No more chaos. No more secreted threats. Because everyone that attempts that will receive what they give tenfold, and they are not going to like it. So what we say to each other is that I respect you and I love you. And when I respect myself, when I am capable of loving myself, whatever shit you got going on your plate, sorry, it just doesn't bother me. Because I'm sitting with my plate in front of me of love. I would love to share some of that with you. But if you're sitting in your own stew pot, sweltering in lack, worried about keeping up with the Joneses, just the scurrying of the day, you're going to be dragging that crap around forever, and it gets heavy, and it starts weighing on you, and it starts to degrade you emotionally, physically, spiritually. And what we're here to do is today is to somehow we can consciously come up with a way to break free of the things that want to entrap us, whether we know it or it's unknown, the secrets. And those are usually the ones that just completely catch you off guard. It's virtue. It's evil disguised as virtue. It's evil disguised as good. It's darkness disguised as light, however you want to put it. It's one disguised as the other. And we have to think the darkness sometimes, Satnam, and what they're doing is teaching us how tricky, how sleazy, maneuvering, and the little trick words that they can use to rope us into that line of thought. But what we have at the end of the day, and usually at that moment when you're hearing the words and they sound so wonderful and they sound all wonderful and juicy and yummy, but there's that thing inside your gut, that thing inside your heart that went, something's not connecting here. The dots aren't connecting, and I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to set it aside and let it sit there and see if it rights itself or see if it starts to fester. You'll know.
But isn't it amazing that if we keep putting things to the side and not address them, the pile gets bigger.
Oh,
and
yeah.
When the pile gets bigger, that's when you realize my mountain is so high. How do I deal with this? Where do I start? Right? And how do we do that emotionally? We do that with so many different layers of our lives, right? So understanding how we learn to kind of start to let go. And that's where it's at. You start to let go of things that do not serve you, things that are not important, that we hold on to, that hurt us. If we don't release the emotions, if we don't release the noise in your head, and that's what it is. When noise gets into your head, how do you quieten the mind? You have to connect to your breath. You have to learn, because your breath is your life. That connection to life is your breath. So when you can sit quietly and close your eyes and you just focus on the awareness of your breath, and you'll sit in that appreciation, that moment where you feel, I'm so grateful for this breath I have in my body. We take everything for granted, and just the awareness of breathing gives you so much appreciation that everything else is enough for me. I don't desire anything else other than this breath I have in my body right now in this moment, and it's living in the moment with the awareness of that. And so, are you waving at me?
Yeah, I'm waving at you.
What's happening?
Candy said, "Hi, Diane."
Oh, I see. Okay. Hello.
Candy.
Hi,
yeah,
Candy.
so I'll just be doing little high signs over here. You know me. I'm going to make the symbol. I'm just over here doing my thing.
I love you. Thanks. Okay. As I was saying, connection to the breath is key, and because that not only calms the nervous system down, it calms the noise down in your head. It starts to balance your heartbeat. It starts to calm the whole being down. Just the connection to breath, because as soon as you connect the heart with the breath to the brain, your coherence of the heart and the brain open up, and beautiful things start to happen. And when you can sit in that beauty of appreciation of what is happening, the magic that's happening within your body that you don't even feel anymore, because you've now just detached from it. And it's the detachment that is the most powerful. The detachment is our lessons here, is we hold on to and we gather, we hoard things. It's about letting go. Stop gathering things appreciate people, appreciate life. That's what it's about. We can't take it with us. So learn to live in the moment and appreciate what we have to appreciate, which are the loving people in our lives. And relationships are the hardest things to maintain and build on. And people, we have to exchange. That's part of our journey. There's a cause and effect with everything. It's how do we resolve some of these things? It's done with love and patience and kindness and compassion. And these little reminders, we already know. We don't know, need to be taught. You're on the blue again.
Yeah, I'm on the jet fuel. I have a fan handy this time just in case I have another little hot flash. So we're good to go.
That's so cute. Where'd you get that?
You don't even want to know what this is.
All right. No, let's okay. It's not a whoopee cushion on a stick.
No, it is literally elephant art.
Okay.
This is made out of elephant poop, and they make a fan out of it. It smells, it's paper, but they support the elephants by selling little paper things that
but
yeah,
again,
come out. I mean, let me see if I could show you this.
Beautiful.
See the little poop. I've had this for years, and it's just hanging together.
It's beautiful. But again, that's bringing perspective forward. Just holding that fan up. You know, you say it's made out of poop, but that is also some level of energy that's been now transformed into something that's useful. It's no longer what it was. You've transformed it to something that's beautiful and it's useful for your benefit. And this is how we learn to live with each of the things that we can bring light into, because it transforms. That thing is not dead. It's been recycled to something new. And that's what happens with energy. You recycle it, you transform it, transmute it into beautiful light that we come from. And that's within us.
So do we want to actually walk everyone through so they can connect their head and their heart? Do we want to do that?
Let's do that. I think that's awesome.
I think it's awesome too. Yeah. I've done this for years, and I was just recently reminded again of how to do this. Okay. It is so simple. And once you practice it, you can do it in your mind, in the line of a grocery store, and that quick, you're going to be just mellow jello.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Can we do the mellow jello then? Let's go.
Let's do the mellow jello.
Do we have people participating saying, yes, we're all in? We're going to do this.
Are we going to get some thumbs up?
Are you all ready to take a deep dive and a breath with Diane?
Oh, I'm going to do, okay, I'll do it. So we both know how to do it. So basically you can just put your hand on your heart, wherever you feel like your soul is. Yeah, I know some people have much larger breasts than I do. So that's either over or under or whatever, however
irrelevant
it works for you. We don't care. So I put my right hand on my heart, and then I typically put my left hand over the top of it, just very gently. Put my left hand over the top. I'm not pressing. I'm not freaking out. If you're freaking out and being a little tighter with that might help you feel more secure, that's fine, because what you'll find is it'll literally loosen up. So what we're going to do is just a couple of breaths. And I know this sounds ridiculous. The Heart Math Institute even teaches this. So you're going to take a breath in, just for the count of 5. And we're talking just a lazy 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we exhale out. You can do it through your mouth. You can do it through your nose, whatever you're most comfortable with. And your exhalation is for the count of 8. So you just go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you didn't go the full 5, don't worry about it. If you didn't go the full 8, don't worry about it. Just be comfortable where you are. This is about you and your path that we are all on together going on this path, but our fingers, that we're all still separate. And this is how we get an opportunity to hold hands and walk each other home. And this is what we're doing right now.
So beautiful.
And if anybody did that 2 or 3 times, it doesn't take a minute for your heart rate to just kind of settle down, your blood pressure to settle down, your mind, stop that over buzzing mind. Good Lord, we know I know this. And come to some sacred ground within yourself. So your heart is coming up, your mind is coming down, and they're meeting right near where your soul resides, right next to your heart. So I invite you to do that at any time, literally grocery store, freaking out, somebody's being an idiot, whatever, you're getting impatient. Once you've practiced it like 3 or 4 times, you could do it in like 3 breaths. Amela C. Hi, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Do you want to elaborate on any of that?
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing the techniques for how to connect to breath, how to open up your energy fields, because the heart opens up once you start breathing, and it starts the electromagnetic fields to radiate further out, opening up that space to receive and give love. And it's that what connects us all, whether we like it or not. And so the heart space is what really draws in what we create in life. So as you breathe in and you breathe out, that is your creation of life.
And might I add, you did say something that's very important, and I want to elaborate on it just quickly. Mm-hmm. When you come into that, some people call it the 0 point, other people call it the neutral space. Mm-hmm. Basically, before we came on, I'm testing my new laptop, right? And, my stress level was here because I needed to push another button, I was just like, I gotta get up to work, we're running out of time. And she's like, calm down, we got this. And I'm like, oh yeah, we do, don't we? And as soon as I did that, everything started working. My shoulders came out of my ears, but your frequency starts to grow. And so, if my frequency normally is the length of my fingers, it goes beyond that. So guess what? When somebody walks by me, they just got, I don't want to say slimed because I didn't feel bad. That would be like walking through somebody's, where they're walking down the aisle and they fart, right? You just walk through my flower garden that I just set out, and you just go, oh, that's so great, rather than getting slimed by somebody that's, not feeling good, which I was doing to Satnam, not 30 minutes ago. Thank you for talking me down off that ledge.
Darling, we're here for each other.
I know.
Because although we know all this, because we come with the knowing within, right? It's little reminders, and that's what we do. We're here for the little reminders. Yep. That makes our day a little bit better. It lifts us up, puts a smile on your face, right? And it's just, look at you. You're glowing, you're radiating, which is beautiful.
I need to put little wires in here so they just kind of like, hi. I'm just going to mess with you one day. I'm just going to come on and I'm just going to have
I would say just bring it. It's okay. To me, nothing phases me anymore. It's all good. And so, yeah. Do we have any questions or any feedback from our audience members who wish to?
I hear Arlene, oxygen is what activates our crystalline.
so true. And oxygen is key for every cell in our body, right? Without that, there you go. There's oxygen in a bottle. Yes.
In a bottle. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. You're practicing. I get it.
I'm trying.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's working. It's you're doing really good.
No, you're so much better at it than I am. I'm just, I'm just the, street yard dog. I'm savvy.
No, don't.
And
You're very smart.
yeah, street yard dogs are, or whatever you call them, junkyard
Different
dogs. They're smart. Maybe perhaps we can start a little bit of a conversation regarding, all of the nonsense in the media.
Okay.
And how we can, once again, take our power back from the nonsense, and we can observe it. In the process of observation, you're still able to function, smile, feel bliss, be creative, all of those other things in the process of observation. When you go into the process or into the feelings and attachments and all these other creepy things, that's when you start going, oh my God, look what just happened, or, can you believe, whatever it is. So when you remove yourself from that attachment, you become free of it. And once we free ourselves of it, that show that continues to proceed day in and day out will start to shorten very quickly. And this is where we want to get. Whatever you give your attention to is what you're creating more of. So whatever you give your attention to with emotion is what you're going to get more of. So love yourself, do your breathing, stay however you need to be up to date on what the supposed news is, so you know what stage we're at, and just be an observer, like you're looking at a painting that some unknown painter painted 5 centuries ago. Wow, that's really beautiful. Look at those beautiful lines. It makes me feel a certain way, but I'm just going to be simply in the observance of it right now, because I have 3,000 more paintings I need to look at. I need to conserve my energy. Go ahead. I know you got something on your mind.
I do. I have things floating around.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
So just as you speak about detaching from the noise, what we see on TV, and what it means. I mean, the word speaks for itself when you spell it all out. Television, and it's how we're paying attention to that. And if we tune into something more positive, if we tune into something that is of nature, there's new awarenesses coming in. Yes, we can definitely acknowledge there's lots happening. The acknowledgement's fine with the detachment of, okay. And when you detach, it gives you time to recalibrate as to what you need to do, how you need to prepare. And it opens up so much more for you to think about. Recent experiences. I think I've shared some photographs with you last week. I love photography. I have a passion for photography. And when I'm out in nature, or even just on a walk, or could be standing in my garden. I like to take photographs of the sky. Not this guy, just the sky.
The sky,
The
not
sky.
that guy.
The guy?
Sky.
The sky. Yes. Sometimes I say it too fast and it sounds like, look at the sky. No, not that guy, the sky, right? So, so looking at the sky has opened up so much more as to what is coming through. The pictures that I took showed things and beings coming through the sun portal, which was just huge, absolutely huge. And I feel so blessed and honored that I was able to observe that and capture that and kind of appreciate the opening of my awareness to the different levels. And for those who are looking outwards and not just inwards, as to there is vastness happening all around us if we just dare to step out and look up. And it's about looking up that's going to get us through what we need to get through to come into betterment. Yes.
Those pictures, she shared them with me, and wow, that was incredible. And you couldn't see just with the naked eye. I mean, you had to zoom in on it, and it was like, oh my God. I couldn't believe how many I was looking at. It was incredible. But you just got step outside your car and look up and take some pictures. Right? So listen to your little voices, that little voice. You know, it's the big voices inside your head that are the ones that are trying to distract you. It's that little voice inside your head that is directing you on, check this out. Ooh, look left. Maybe you should turn right. There's a parking spot right in front. You don't have to park out here. You already know it. You already know it.
This is how you know you're being guided and protected and looked after all the time. It's just with your connection to your inner being and to your higher self. Right? And that keeps your vibration high. And when we feel the higher vibrations, everything aligns perfectly in divine timing. And that's when you feel the happiest and joyous. And that's our purpose to life, isn't it?
God, I hope so.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, what do you have to share? Because I see that there's more coming forward from you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, no.
Real quick, Cynthia, kid is doing very well. He has good days. He's got not so good days, and he's got better days. And sometimes he's got not so good days. He's doing much better than he was doing last week. I believe that all of us have kind of busted out of a cocoon. You know, we went through all of those portals and everything. And there's just a lot happening. We also had, what is it? The sun events that, hit us several days in a row. And that's one of the things I did want to mention. So right after we got I want to call it sunburst. What is it called? The gamma.
Yeah.
The pulses from the sun, 2 nights in a row, the day that it had happened. So we were getting like the solar winds, the very kind of first little teeny bit of the solar winds. It's midnight. I'm outside because I'm hearing all this stuff. The birds are going crazy. Like it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Chirp, 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 chirp. I sent Candy a Marco Polo and I'm like, okay, it's like midnight and these birds are off the charts. And she's like, that was the most crazy thing she'd ever heard. Well, the next night, they're the exact same way. The night after that, nothing. And then the night after that, they were at it again. So I don't know if we had another, what is it, like an EMP or, solar class level something. I'm sorry, I don't know the word. I do, but I'm not finding it at the moment. And we've got a portal, we've got solar events.
We had the eclipse, we have the retrograde, we have all kinds of things happening, and which is playing a havoc because it's just that push and pull of energies that affect us too on this planet. And it's how do we ground our energies to stay calm, stay grounded, and not be so irate about things and lashing out and spinning out of control. Just sit down, ground, just, get in touch with nature. This is what's going to kind of get us through this. Or go take ground yourself in water, take a shower or a bath or something, because that really neutralizes your energies.
Yep. Putting your back up against a tree, literally your spine up against a tree. And once again, the little process that we just went through here with your breath, that is so quick. And you don't get any bark in your hair or bugs or anything like that. Just I can tell her when to laugh.
I love that.
Honestly, I mean, I've got pine trees. So if anybody has pine trees and you stick your back up against a pine tree, not only do you possibly have bark in your hair, you might have sap and, a bug or two. So, but they're wonderful. They are connected to everything around where you're at. And they can send you frequencies if you've quieted your mind enough, 3 or 5 of those breaths, and you can literally feel it. I'm not kidding. Try it.
Thank you for that. The other thing that comes to mind is growing our own foods and vegetables, because the season's changing. And the seasons are changing. And guess what I was inspired to do last week? I got some copper wire and I wrapped it around some sticks and I stuck it in the ground. I stuck it into plant pots, right? And I'm seeing my plants just flourish in a few days. And it's still cold here. It's not warm yet. But my plants are growing and flourishing like it's summertime. It's beautiful how the energy is being harvested by the copper and the wood, and when you put it in the soil. Yeah.
So do you have like a wood peg and then copper wrapped around it going to the next wood peg? So it's
in the separate plant pots that I have, the single ones, all I have is a piece of wood, a stick, like a bamboo stick. I've wrapped some copper wire around it all the way to the top of the stick, to the bottom of the stick, and you stick that in the plant pot. And what that's doing is harvesting the energy around in the atmosphere and bringing it more to the roots of the plant. So it's allowing it to grow more.
I was told also a penny in the pot. Just, if you don't have the wire, you can put a penny in the pot,
right?
Somewhere in there. And
I've got lots of pennies.
Yep. Penny in the pot.
Because they stopped the pennies here a long time ago.
And wow.
So I've got a collection of pennies that I can use and experiment with that with the new seedlings. I'll try that for sure. Thank you.
And, one of the things too, before you plant the seeds, before you do your little seedling things, Candy reminded me of this, that Anastasia, a woman named Anastasia, or writes a book about Anastasia. I don't really remember. I do apologize. She puts the seeds in her mouth. So it gets her DNA on them. Right. And then she plants the seeds. So the seeds know exactly what it is she requires in that plant.
That's powerful.
Extraordinarily so.
Wow. Yeah. And I guess it's that energy connection again from you, your energy connection to the seedlings.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how much awareness is coming through?
It is.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So how's our audience doing? Is everybody having fun, or any questions they want to?
Candy, yes, we are. I feel so excited, happy to feel the warm sun again. Yeah, right. I'm in Southern California, and the warm sun here, I'm in the high desert area. And the warm sun here, it's been in the 80s the last couple of days. And of course, don't you know, our air conditioner was broken, and they brought the part to fix it yesterday. It didn't work. So I went to bed last night with windows open and fans going, and it's 73, 74 degrees in our bedroom. And it was like, that's a little too warm for me.
Look, just appreciate it, because, when we, in Canada, it gets cold.
Oh, yeah.
We are still in the cold. I'm looking forward to the end of the week when we have 25 degrees. And that is just, oh my God, that's
What
just
is 25 degrees in
now
Fahrenheit?
you're gonna get me to look that up, aren't you? In conversion to Fahrenheit.
Well, we know how tech savvy I am. If I looked it up, God knows what would happen.
Give me a second. Hold on one second. So I'm sure our listeners have probably got it figured out. Okay, so that would be 78.8.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that for sure.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Much needed. My tan's been fading, and
oh my God. So at my house, it's either so damn cold, and my husband makes fun of me every time I go outside. I got my Ugg boots on or something, and I got my jacket zipped up, hood, and he's like, when I come in, he's like, is it snowing yet? And I'm like, it looks like it. It feels like it. And then there's like 3 weeks that are kind of excellent.
Mm.
And then the other months are blazing hot.
Mm.
There's no, there's very few weeks that it's got like this Goldilocks perfect zone, right? I kind of like the more perfect zone. That this extreme is just, I don't like it.
That's okay. Just appreciate it as well, because there's always something to learn in the extremes as well, and the appreciation of what we miss out, the opposites. Just talking about the appreciation of the elements. We've kind of just touched upon growing our foods and vegetables, because I think this is where we are headed, is to take control and take power of yourself, what you and how you live consciously.
And by doing that, you are taking back your power away from those who, may have your best or not your best interest at heart. I mean, and we're even talking, any documents that are open, you definitely want to close them. I think at this particular juncture, everybody knows what they require to survive, right? And I don't believe that we're just going to be just barely in survival mode. I think that's a fear-based thought, and it's meant to screw with your mind and your heart. So it's made to keep them out of balance. So we want them in balance. And just know, have faith. Let your faith be bigger than your fear, that you're going to be perfect all the way through. However it works out, some way, you're going to be perfect. But sometimes action is required, because no action, even doing nothing, is still doing something. But showing there's horses going by my front door. Sorry, squirrel.
Focus.
Action. Well, I saw something really big and, going by. I'm like, what in the world is that? And it's so hard to- sorry.
All good.
I
No, no,
just
no.
can't help
It's,
myself.
it's
But
all,
I will finish my thought.
Mm.
Action is required because the universe is asking us, what do you want me to do? I will follow whatever you are doing, and I will help you in that way get what it is that you require. But if you stand here and go, I'm going to do nothing, and the universe will say, okay, we're playing that game. All right, we'll do nothing.
Mm.
So just get in the flow, be calm, do your best to keep from being triggered or taken, which means, accepting a lie because of fear of taking control of your own space, your own time, your own mind, your own heart.
That's beautiful. That is so true. Very true. And I want to kind of just bring some light into this space where people are struggling. They're struggling mentally with mental fog, depression, unable to kind of focus on a day-to-day basis. And in order to assist, we do have some supplements that can help with a lot of the brain fog, depression, and any other health issues that people are kind of experiencing. Now, disclaimer, we're not doctors, but we can definitely guide you to things that we are researching and things that are being brought forward for our well-being.
And have been researched deeply.
And Diane's done that.
No,
so
but,
graciously.
people way deeper than I am. People who write books such as these, people who do the research on something as interesting as this item, people who do research on things like this. We have so many amazing things out there, and we also have a bunch of crap out there. And I do pride myself on, doing enough research to find out if what I'm being led to is junk, or if this is something that's actually going to assist me. I mean, honestly, I gotta say, I am kind of selfish that way. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid disorder. Every joint in my body hurt. I had brain fog to the point where it was like, it's time to leave work. I didn't even know, everybody knows what time it is when you need to leave work, right? I hurt. I put on tons of weight, and I reversed all of that without taking Synthroid. I tried the pig thyroid, and then I read up on it. And what I discovered is when they do the blood test, when you're taking one of these, the synthetic is actually giving your blood test the numbers, and they say, see, your D4 and D3 are in the right spot. You should be feeling fine. And you're like, well, then why am I not feeling fine? You're telling me what I should be feeling, but I know exactly what I'm feeling. So there are things in our arsenal that you could get one, you can get all. You do what feels right for you, and you know that right in your heart space. You already know. And I really want to get that. I really want to feel that feeling. The NutraSwish, which is glutathione. I used to run health food stores, tried every glutathione because they were all telling me, oh my God, you're going to feel this one. Oh, you're going to feel this one. And it's like, yeah, no, didn't. I wanted to. I had every intention to. This one is crazy. I love it. Don't start my day without it. There's some of these things that we are attached to that we, do get a slight little commission. Trust me, we're not getting rich. Every little bit helps. And there's several of these things that I've already held up that we have zero attachment to. They're just the best. And I've tested several and I've done the research. And I am not a doctor and I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm telling you to do your own due diligence, and whatever feels right, you're already going to know. You're going to know. And we don't keep anything a secret, because if we kept something a secret, we would take on that karma. We're not up for that. There's certain things that just work. And there's other things that don't.
I really appreciate you sharing all that. It means the world. The research that you do and all the awareness that comes forward, I thank you for that, because it's helping everybody. It's helped me immensely. So I thank you for that. It's immense. It's helped a lot of people that I know as well. And so as you continue to, open up more and more of this space of the natural wellness products that come forward, it's only here to help everybody in the long run.
Yep.
Natural healing is a way.
Oh, I have a report on the linen sheets. If everybody, do you remember the linen sheets thing? So true linen made from flax, not flaxseed, but the plant and the flower and the stems of flax. Linen sheets. You would think that they would just be scratchy and itchy like a burlap sack. They are so amazing. I sleep like a rock in those things. And my husband, he's not snoring as much. I raise my hands, don't know, don't make any claims. I just know what I'm experiencing. They're nice and crisp. I washed them before I put them on the first time. They've been washed a couple of times since I reported on getting them. And pure linen, which is flax, not cotton. They have a linen type of cotton, and basically it's just the weave and the thread on how it looks and feels. So real linen resonates at the frequency of 5,000. A healthy human body resonates at the frequency of 100. So you are being healed in your sheets while you sleep.
Beautiful. And do you want to share how your skin felt? Your skin felt next day.
And you know what? It still does. It is so soft. My skin is so soft. And I thought, well, is it because it's rougher than, my organic cotton sheets or whatever? And, and it's just like exfoliating me all over the place. I mean, it's not like I'm, rolling around like an alligator in the sheets. You know what I mean? I can't sleep that way. My skin just felt softer everywhere. It's crazy.
That's so beautiful.
Just saying, just making a report.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. It's really great.
Kid is also sleeping on some linen sheets as well. So that is critical, especially if somebody is needing to heal from anything. I'm telling you, go find some 100% linen sheets that are made from flax. You never want to mix linen and wool. They cancel each other out. So they're a zero field. So that means a zero field is bringing your 100 frequency down big time.
And talk about the cotton mix with the linen as well. That's the same thing as well, right?
Yeah, it is the same thing. It brings the linen down, and it depends on what kind of cotton. And if it's organic cotton, they say it resonates at 110. Non or inorganic cotton resonates at 70. So I've got some linen pants. There are sites out there that sell linen underwear. I can't, it's just too much for me. I can't do it. I just can't even think about
handle the friction, man. Okay.
I'll try a pair and I'll let everybody know. But I just, time out right now.
We want your reviews on those. So I'm sure everybody's going to be waiting on edge to hear about.
And I can tell you right now, no way in hell am I wearing full underwear. Okay. No, ain't happening. I know they have those too, because all this stuff came up on the website when I was doing research. It's insane. So pure wool resonates at 5,000 as well. And basically in the Quran, in the Bible, and several other religious historical documents, they say it is a bad thing to mix real linen, flax, with wool. And they're saying it's a no-fly zone. So linen and cotton, wool and cotton, go with where your heart goes. But the full linen I am loving. And then Satnam had to just mess with me and introduce lotus cloth. I haven't found that yet, but I'm looking.
I'll send you it as well.
Oh,
and, you can just go to town on that one.
Oh my God.
No, that's beautiful. Just, I don't know if they started making wool underwear yet for the winter, for our Canadian winters.
Imagine a wool bra. That would just be so horrible.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah. I'd be itching all over I'd have blisters all over me. I can't wear wool. Wool just gives me blisters.
Yeah,
So
it can't be comfortable.
Oh.
But that awareness of what you're bringing forward is, look what we wear as far as our clothing goes. We're wearing synthetics, polyester, spandex, latex, you name it. It's
at 15.
It's suffocating us, right?
It's pulling your energy down.
So that's beautiful. I love these subjects because it's allowing us to be in a space where we can share and we can kind of allow people to see and do their own research, make their own choices for a better living, a better, healthier lifestyle.
Seabreeze, yes, they do make linen sheets from flax, and bamboo sheets and silk are very interesting because organic bamboo, if it's done in the original way, I believe would have a higher frequency than what I found. So I don't really have an answer on that. And silk, my best guess is silk only resonates to 15, because I think, it's just my guess, is that it has been processed with chemicals instead of the old ancient way, when they had these silkworm farms. I believe they were in Japan, and I think they were in China as well, where they used steam water and I think lemon juice or something like that to literally start pulling the strands apart. So that's my guess, is why it has such a low frequency, is because it could be chemically unwound. I'm guessing. I haven't found the answer to that, and I'm still looking.
Thank you for sharing that. But how important it really is to, when we look at the layers of what we're made of, right? The body is not just the physical, it's the energy bodies too. And then you have your energy centers. Then you have your glands attached to that, right? It's how do we cleanse the body, the glands? How do we balance the energy centers? So everything comes together in collaboration. When you start to work on one, the other one starts shifting too. When you start to balance your glands and your thyroids, all the way down from head to your toe, to your tail rather, your glands are being balanced and cleansed with some of the natural products. And your energy centers, as you learn to breathe and center yourself. You bring the breath in to balance your energy centers too, slowly with practice. And the more you spend 5-10 minutes a day sitting with yourself, that's all it takes. You don't have to sit for hours and hours. You sit for 5-10 minutes, ground your energy, center yourself. Your life starts to open up again. You start to feel alive. You start to feel healthy. You know, there is so much there that in the smallest steps, you get big results.
Yep.
And, you know, I feel honored and privileged to be here to share this on, you know, High Vibes Up's channel. Hidden Candy have provided us with this space and our families to come together, to be inspired, to provide that loving space, safe space for everybody to join in, right? Because that's what it's about.
It is.
If we can't be together physically, we're here on the platform like this.
And I know Kid and Candy aren't here right now, and we're doing our very best for you. So please, if you can hit the like button and share, and, you know, make sure maybe somebody that really needs to hear this, a grandma, an aunt, an uncle. You know, we're all going through some shit right now, and we all need some tender, loving care for ourselves, and know that somebody cared enough to send this message to someone's heart. And I'm not perfect. Satnam's not perfect. But just having someone think, okay, Satnam's perfect.
No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm just joking with you. Don't mess with me.
You know, just sending that to somebody so they feel connected to you. So they feel connected maybe to Kid and Candy, or whatever reason that brought them here in the first place. Maybe that's the reason they thought that that's what brought them here. And, you know, it's very interesting when our guests tell us that this is probably one of the most down-to-earth, fun shows that they're on. And, you know, and we bring the fun. When we bring the fun, we bring the heart. When we bring the heart, and when we want to get the mind out of the way, we're really good at that too. And I could have a squirrel moment at any second.
But there is so much love to share. And we all have squirrel moments then, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay.
You know what, the horses, you got to think though, it was very interesting what we were having a conversation about, and horses bring amazing energy.
Wow.
Anybody that's around horses, when I'm around a horse, you know, they're so big and massive creatures, and the way their eyes see us, they see us as bigger than them. And I just want to lay on them and listen to them breathe. I love them so much. So whatever we were talking about at that moment, and then the horse energy came in too. They came in by twos, and that was, it was like, okay, yeah, there was a big message there. So I'm going to have to play it back to see what the heck we're talking about when I squirreled out and went, horse. Sorry. So like, share, subscribe. If you need help with anything, be sure, they're not on Linktree. What is it called that they're
so there's information in the Linktree, and my contact number is in there too. So because I'm supporting people too, so you can text me, reach out to me. Happy to, you know, share whatever you guys need. And
you
so
need help signing up, or you want a little information on something. If she doesn't know, she could reach out to me and I can give you a call, however it works. And we want to let you know too, on the WordPress, that's the word I was looking for, the WordPress, Candy has a calendar, and she has opened her calendar up for some sessions. For anybody that's interested in having some sessions, they ask for a love gift, and that is whatever you can afford. And she is booking more sessions, and so that is something that she's had closed for what, well over a year, I think. So I'm just guessing. If I'm lying, I do apologize.
It's okay. But
I think
again,
that she had it closed for a while. Anyway, so remember that she's there for you as well. She hasn't disappeared. Kid hasn't disappeared. They're just doing their healing process. And in peeling off all the layers of yuck and things that need to be removed in order for us to be free, sovereign beings, we've done that. And we do it every day because it's something you need to do every day. You know, and you can do that by simply putting on the full armor of the divine creator or God, whatever you choose to call it, and know that you're safe and protected, and anything that wants in to deceive you needs to go away. Go, 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 go. Be gone with yourself. And this is part of what we're bringing today, is how to protect yourself, how to love yourself, how to get calm in a split second. And you could share that with others just by you getting calm. They're going to walk through your wake of loveliness, and they're all of a sudden going to like melt.
it's so true.
It is true.
I appreciate
Would you like to wrap it up with anything?
What have we got going on with our family? Any comments, questions before we wrap up?
Well, Sea Breeze, I have loved horses all my life. And yes, they are used for healing therapy. Yes, they are. And Candy is telling us, you ladies are fabulous.
Thank you.
So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. We love you guys.
I need to make all my high signs so everybody will think I'm, doing something.
It's all good. You keep doing whatever you're doing. Just be you. Just be authentic.
I need to go make dinner.
That's it. Okay. So guys, we love you. We thank you for being here to share this space and to support. We're sending you love and high vibes. Keep the vibes up high until we connect again next week. Tune in at 5 p.m. PST time next Wednesday. And we look forward to communicating with you then and connecting with you and bringing some exciting information, guests, all the exciting stuff. Stay tuned. We love you. High vibes up.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.